Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys, I thought I'd bring you my E3 2017 hopes and sort of wish list video. Today is the start of June. It's actually the 2nd for me, but like if I did this video yesterday and I said it was the start of June, there'd be 1,000,001 different fucking raccoons and alligators commenting about the fact that it's still May. So I played it safe and I actually officially waited until it was June worldwide. There you go. But yeah guys, today is June 1st, which means E3 is quite literally around the corner. Exciting times, and like you guys should probably know, it's fucking Christmas for gamers. So yeah, always a very exciting time of the year. Now I always do these videos shortly before E3, just kind of talk about what I want to see at the show, my different hopes and desires from E3. If you guys want to get involved in this, make sure to post your wishes and hopes for E3 this year in the comment section down below. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be going through all of the different games and things that I want to see at E3, so let's jump into it. First things first is Kingdom Hearts 3. I just want to get this one cleared off the board because I know for the most part, most of you guys know that I'm really crossing my fingers to see some Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, and I know you guys are too. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, this year is the 15th anniversary for the series, so there's a lot going on this year. I think Square Enix are going to be getting pretty busy with the Kingdom Hearts franchise after the month of June. I feel like a trailer will be at E3 of this year. Hopefully it shows us some substantial more content towards Kingdom Hearts 3, and hopefully we'll get that release year at the end of that trailer. As you guys should probably know, rumors and stuff have released, and those rumors are talking about the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 is slated for a 2018 release. Apparently there's meant to be some pretty big stuff going on with Kingdom Hearts at E3, so we'll just have to wait and see. Next up is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now when it comes down to it, Square Enix's biggest projects as of right now are both Kingdom Hearts 3 as well as the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now I really do want to see some Final Fantasy VII Remake at E3 this year. I think when it comes down to it, people probably would prefer to see Final Fantasy VII over Kingdom Hearts 3 only because of the fact that Final Fantasy VII, I feel, has a bigger following than the Kingdom Hearts series does. I mean, I think Square Enix knows this. I think that they know that Final Fantasy VII is such a big deal. I mean, for God's sake, they're remaking the damn game. But I would love to see some more gameplay on it. It's been quite some time since we last saw anything to do with Final Fantasy VII. It's kind of a similar case with Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. So, I mean, it'd be pretty crazy to see Final Fantasy VII as well as Kingdom Hearts 3 at the show this year. The thing is, because both of these games are Square Enix's biggest projects, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we only saw one of these games appear at E3. And I mean, when it comes down to what one's more likely though, I would say probably Kingdom Hearts 3, just because of the fact that it's been in development for a longer period of time, and also taking in consideration that of course this year is the 15th anniversary for the franchise. Then again, so is Final Fantasy VII, it's the 20th, so I don't know. I'd love to see some Final Fantasy VII at this year's show. Alright, so delving kind of outside of the Square Enix stuff, the next game that I really want to see is a brand new Bioshock. I don't even know what 2K are doing these days, but I only hope that they're perhaps focusing on a new Bioshock game. Bioshock is probably my all-time favorite story-driven first-person shooter game. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's out of this world. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, I love Bioshock. It's probably one of my favorite first-person shooter franchises of all time. In case you guys don't know, Irrational Games, who originally developed Bioshock 1 and Bioshock Infinite, have actually stepped down from developing and continuing on with the Bioshock franchise. Now, the rights have actually been handed over to a studio team known as 2K Marin. So as of right now, they're actually in charge of developing anything else for the Bioshock franchise. It actually wasn't too long ago where 2K actually stepped forward and they announced the fact that Bioshock will be a permanent franchise for them, which gives us the message that at some stage Bioshock is sure to continue. Next up is Borderlands 3. So yes, I really want to see Borderlands 3 appear at E3 this year. It's been a little while since we got a Borderlands game. The last actual Borderlands game that we got was the pre-sequel. That was alright. I didn't mind it so much. Like, the whole space theme kind of gets a little bit old after a while, so looking more towards an actual numbered title game with a whole array of like different locations throughout Pandora and stuff, that's what I want. Earlier this year, Gearbox actually did a little bit of an engine sort of tech demo thing, displaying Borderlands 3, basically confirming that, you know, it's a real thing, it will be happening at some point. I mean, that was this year, so it's very possible that we might actually see Borderlands 3 make an appearance at this year's E3. That'd be super cool. Next up is Bloodborne 2. Because who doesn't like being a Victorian Gothic person who kills demons and stuff. I want more of that. So Bloodborne is quite possibly my all-time favorite PlayStation 4 exclusive game. It's nuts. It's out of this world. I need to stop. So yeah, Bloodborne was actually my very first Souls type game. I had never played like Demon's Souls or Dark Souls before I had actually played Bloodborne. I don't know, man, there's a spark about Bloodborne, and I think it's probably the environments throughout Bloodborne. I think they're absolutely just captivating. The Victorian sort of gothic era that like Bloodborne is set in, with like these weird demon things. Like, have you seen some of the monsters in Bloodborne? Oh my god, straight out of Japan. But yeah, Bloodborne 2 would be absolutely amazing. I was actually seeing some information not too long ago where From Software was saying that, you know, they're done with the Souls series. So I mean, this could definitely leave room for Bloodborne 2, although not really too sure if when they say done with the Souls series, if that actually includes Bloodborne or not. Either way though, I think Bloodborne 2 would be amazing. Next up, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sure most of you guys have this on your list, and I'd say it's pretty much guaranteed that Red Dead 2 will appear at this year's E3. Really wanting to see some more gameplay. From what we've seen so far, it's basically just sort of scenic shit. I mean, scenic shit's cool, especially when it comes from Rockstar, because they make some beautiful looking games. But we're at that point where we want to see some crisp, juicy gameplay. Red Dead 1 was, you're a cowboy. It was Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, Red Dead 2, I'm really looking forward to this. Rockstar are some super ambitious developers. I don't really feel like I need to explain this. Show me some gameplay. I ride some more horses and zebras. If there's no zebras in number 2, I'ma be disappointed. Next up is Resistance 4. So who knows what is currently going on with Resistance as of right now. There's no real word if Insomniac are going to be continuing with the Resistance franchise, or of course focusing on other stuff. They recently did Ratchet and Clank, and that was pretty damn good. It's kind of like, you know, remaking the first game and stuff. I think they did a really fantastic job with that. Also, as of right now, they are currently making a Spider-Man game as well. So I would say that the possibility of Resistance 4 is pretty low, just because of the fact that it's likely that Insomniac Games want to shift most of their focus over to Spider-Man. But still though, I love the Resistance franchise. I think it's really, really amazing. Number 2 is my all-time favorite, but all of the games are really good plays. I mean, there's plenty of different locations throughout planet Earth that they could actually focus on for Resistance 4. You know, we've already been to Europe, we've been to America. Show us China though. I would love to see the Chimera invasion around like the Chinese architecture and stuff. I think that'd be amazing. Next up is The Last of Us 2. So kind of similar to that of like Red Dead 2, I think The Last of Us 2 has a very, very high chance of making an appearance at E3 of this year. It's probably Naughty Dog's most anticipated game as of right now. Now, of course, as of right now, they also have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which, yeah, is kind of cool. It's like a little spin-off game, focusing more so on the character of Chloe. The Last of Us, my boy, that is where the hype is at. For the longest time, people have been wanting this, and of course, at PSX last year, we got the confirmation that The Last of Us 2 is a real thing, and it's happening. So because of the fact that Naughty Dog showed both Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as well as The Last of Us Part 2 at PSX last year, then I don't think it's totally impossible to see both of those games once again at E3. I mean, taking into consideration that E3 is a much bigger event than PSX. And I mean, even if we get a trailer for The Last of Us Part 2 that focuses more so on story, I'm totally okay with that. I'm actually not even prepared to see any gameplay for The Last of Us 2 just yet. I feel like The Last of Us 2 will most likely be a 2018, if not even a 2019 release. So in terms of actually seeing gameplay, I still feel like we're a little while away from that yet. But still though, I mean, if gameplay pops up at E3, I'ma be okay with that. The first game was phenomenal with its cinematic storytelling, so I cannot wait for number 2. Next up is Death Stranding. I take it most gamers these days have their eyes set on Death Stranding just because of how kind of weird this is, and it doesn't really make too much sense. We don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's one of those games where it's like, I don't know what's happening, but I like it. Yeah, and Kojima's pretty damn good at that. So this is Kojima's brand new game, Death Stranding. Pretty damn interested. It's using the same engine as Guerrilla Games used to develop Horizon Zero Dawn, so that's pretty exciting. That pretty much means that we're going to be getting a nice looking game. But yeah, as you guys probably know, Konami had this fiasco with Kojima, and Kojima ended up leaving and stuff. It's a whole developer drama thingamabob. So now he's setting his own sights and doing his own shit, and he's making his own game. Good on him. One way or another, if Death Stranding turns out to be an absolute pile of dog poo, then I will still buy this, just to support this man. But for damn sake, it's Kojima. He's gonna make a fucking masterpiece. And my final hope for this year is Super Smash Bros. for Nintendo Switch. Now, this is my only Nintendo hope for this year. I'm not really too sort of positioned in the Nintendo section of really anything. I own a 3DS, I own a Wii U, but that's really as far as it goes, and I don't really have a big collection of games for both of those consoles. Within saying that though, the game that we play, like, the most in this house when it comes to, like, you know, multiplayer couch games would definitely have to be either Mario Kart 8 or Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. The only other Smash game that I played prior to the one on Wii U was the one for N64, but that was years ago and I hardly remember that. So, since playing Super Smash for Wii U, I've actually really gotten into Smash. I'm one of those weeaboo, dumbass cloud mains. I don't know whether I should be proud of that or not. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, Smash is a super fun game. It's been around for quite some time and has a super huge community backing it. Nintendo know that this is a franchise that people will literally throw their money at for. So I think Nintendo would be pretty damn stupid to not actually step forward and be like, look, here is Super Smash Bros. That was once on the 3DS and on the Wii U. Now it's on Switch with a few new characters. Here's a few new levels, chuck in some new game modes or something, I don't know. Of course, it would be super cool to get an entirely new Smash for the Nintendo Switch, that'd be pretty cool. But because of the fact that Smash 4 is actually just so recent, I don't think we're gonna be seeing a new Smash game for quite a few years yet. Alright guys, that's pretty much all in terms of my hopes and desires at E3 of this year. There's also a few other things that are like pretty much confirmed to be at the show that I'm looking forward to. These kind of include God of War, the new sort of God of War that is going to be on the PlayStation 4. It kind of looks like that game is more so focusing on cinematic combat rather than like true hack and slash, which is what the franchise has always used. So it's going to be interesting to see like where that game goes in that sort of direction. But it looks fantastic. It looks so good. We've also got Days Gone, which is yet another PlayStation 4 exclusive. Kind of like this zombie apocalypse game, but I'm really impressed with how many zombies they can get on screen. So sign me up. But guys, with all that being said, that is all of my wishes and hopes and desires and dreams for E3 2017. Like I was saying at the start of the video, guys, if you want to get involved in this, make sure to comment your wishes and hopes for E3 in the comment section down below. But guys, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.